Welcome back to Bizaphrike Media, and we're back at it again. Today we bring you Innovation Africa and your host, Davis Namiti. Like I told you before, Innovation Africa is here to highlight on the transformative role of technology, of the innovations, the fintech that helps many people to come to the understanding of what they're supposed to do in Africa, the bridging the gap for job creations and many other things. Well, today we brought a very would-be familiar kind of group that is here to enlighten us on the different things they're doing today in Uganda. It's so funny how in Africa people are limited in their understanding and knowledge of things, and technology has almost left us behind. But today we brought you a company that is going to help you understand things that you ought to do for you not to waste the resources you have. And today I brought you Goldposts. They are here to let us know of what's happening in this new era of technology, of innovations and fintech. Where would you find these beautiful ideas unless you are at Bizaphrike Media? Well, on my extreme right, I have Miss Jemima Namboga, who's the product manager at Goldposts, and the immediate neighbor is Mr. Nicholas Shangi, who I thought he was Kenyan, but he's African though. And I have Mr. Opel Emmanuel, who looks Japanese. Good to have you.
Good to have you too.
Now,
Thank you.
when I heard about the idea of the innovation, it's not even an idea because it's from the idea, now a reality.
Yes.
In Africa, we didn't have innovations running like this. How did you get this idea? But before even telling me of how you got the idea, what is Goldposts? I always want to pick on men first, but the rule goes women first. So Miss Jemima, kindly fill me in on what is Goldposts.
Well, Goldposts, it's a point of sale system. As you can hear the name, gold. We want to give you gold, want the best for your system. And right now we are looking at the small businesses, mainly food and beverage businesses, that is restaurants and bars, even bakeries, because they're the ones dealing with production. Goldpost is mainly a point of sale system that is here to help you minimize wastage in your business. Because if you look at it, the main reason why most of the businesses are going down is because there is a lot of wastage that you can't track where, what, when, what did what. For example, say I buy tomatoes every day for 10,000, but at the end of the day I don't even have an actual say of how I use those tomatoes. So that is why Goldpost is here, to help you track even the slightest bit of your business.
Amazing. So who started the idea? Is it Mr. Shangi alone, or it was a combined effort for you guys to come up with the idea?
Well, Mr. Shangi is a marketing personnel,
Okay.
and he happened to have most of his clients with the same problem of how to manage their small businesses. So he came up with the idea and sat us down as a team to help see how best we can get that solution solved. So we got the solution for the wastage mainly. That's why we look at wastage a lot, because most of his clients were complaining about the wastage. My employees are doing a lot of wastage that I can't track. So Shangi was like, hey, let's give them Goldposts to help them see, track, and also build trust between the boss and the employees.
Brilliant. Looking at Mr. Shangi, he's all smiling. He's appreciating the ideas. Well, good to have you, Mr. Shangi, here.
Thank you.
I still don't believe you're African, but you're African. So the whole issue we have here is the innovation you guys have come up with. I need to understand, and for the man out there on the street, someone in Ghana, because it's not basically from where we are at right now for Uganda, it's for Africa. So I want someone in Ghana to understand what does it take to be part of Gold Pause, and why Gold Pause anyway?
Okay. Thank you so much. First of all, Gold Pause has been tailored for all countries in Africa. So the way we programmed it is that someone in another country rather than Uganda can be able to sign up. While they are signing up, they select their preferred or where they are located, say Kenya. And after signing up and they say they are based in Kenya, the system will be able to generate the information that is supposed to be used by that particular country. Some of that information include the currency. So well, like every country has different currency. So say in Uganda we have notes and coins. So Kenya also have notes and coins, but they are in different dimensions. So say in Uganda we have from 1,000 to 50 shillings, 50,000 shillings. Then the coins we have from 100 shillings to 500 shillings. So in that, it helps you to, because the way we tailored it is that you can be able to use that those dimensions to be able to make your sales quickly, and that helps you, because if you're in Uganda, you can't start charging clients in maybe in Kenyan shillings. So if you're in Ghana, if you're in Sudan, you can still be able to sign up and use the system in your currency. Yeah, so why Gold Pause? Number one, first of all, it has certain unique features that most systems out there do not have, other than looking at the wastage part. Number one, we have configured it in a way that you can add your tax agency in your country. Say in Uganda, we are able to add on to implement URA in the system. So if you're based in Kenya and you have your own taxation system, you're still able to add it into the system. There are other many features that we shall be talking about them as we move forward. Yeah, but Gold Pause right now is the way to go. Reason being, we have, when you look at most businesses, they be looking at just accounting, and accounting is one of the things that a business, yes, should be looking at, but how you sell your items, how you manage your items, most of the accounting softwares out there do not have those features, So we are looking at Gold Pause as an all-in-one platform. So you're able to manage your inventory, you have point of sale, you're able to sell your items, you're able to do your accounting from the same system, do your reporting very well. So basically, you can count a few systems which have a quarter of what Gold Pause has. So entirely, it's something that every business out there that is based in food and beverage should embrace.
What a beautiful way to shine. Brilliantly bragging that you can find it. It is good. Now, leaving you, I want to run to Mr. Opel, in being the software engineer. Take me through the process. Well, we believe at Bizaphrike Media that we create the future we want, and with such innovations, I believe that Africa is going to be elevated to another height. Now, Mr. Opel, how long did it take you And is this innovation limited to a certain group of people, or it's open for everybody? Because you can tell me that this innovation is specifically for this age bracket with this amount of money. Firstly, take me through, how long did it take you? How far has it gone? Then we can look at who's prone to use it.
All right, thank you so much. So goalposts, I think we have been in development, and we are still, because one of our mottos is build, test, iterate. Like you have to continue. So we have currently some clients who have already signed up. So we keep getting feedback from them, and then we keep building so that we make their experience worthwhile. So the period we have so far finished building it is, well, I think we've been developing it for now a year, all right? And it is a continuous process.
Okay.
Yeah, so until we shall always keep finding a way of
Updating
making
it.
our users, making our user experience better and better.
Okay. Now, when you talk about the user experiences getting better, how is the reach? Because if you are a year in the making, trying to make it the best, it is, as Mr. Shangi said, that you can't make any choice. If you need F&B in Africa, you have to look at goalposts. How far is the reach as of now? And how many countries are you operational as of now?
Okay, currently, I think in the system right now, we have so far configured four countries.
In Africa?
In Africa, yeah, but it is so dynamic in that we can actually add any country at any time. It's as easy as us going into our super admin, and then we add all the other countries. So the basic setting that we need to do for a country to be included is basically what he has explained, the currency, and then the taxes.
Okay.
All right. But in terms of operation, right now we are operating, we have got clients in Uganda, all right? Because I know probably when you're going to operate in another country, there are certain things you have to consider. So probably our other team will have to consider things like the laws of that country. As you mentioned, I highlighted the tax bit of it, but Goalpost is open for any African country.
All right. Now I'll run back to Miss Jamima. What do you target as Goalpost?
Well, as Goalpost, we're mainly looking at the small businesses because these are the main businesses that are underlooked. Most point of sale systems look at the bigger market, say the big hotels, but we want to help even someone who is having a dream of starting a restaurant. I'd like to start my restaurant. You see, even the ladies on the street,
Yeah.
we want to cover that because those are the people that face the most problem. I bought my bag of potatoes and I don't even know how it ran. Am I getting the profit? Like he said, we need you to sit down, relax, and have everything sorted, but with just one touch. That is why we're looking mainly at the small.
You gave me a smile. Why? Because you talked about the street vendor, the lady who was in some village, some street out of the city center. Is it so easy to use and access?
Yes, it's very easy. That is why in the production of Goalpost, like Shangi said, it's a food and beverage system.
Basically.
And yes, the street vendor is working in food and beverage, by the way, because most of them are even selling teas and porridge. That is a beverage. So we don't want to leave out anyone. We want to have even the list, even say an entrepreneur class in school trying to start up a canteen,
Yeah.
would like to cover that. So that is the diversity of our system. That is why we made it very easy to use, even at a tender age or at an older age.
Tender age, you mean those who can afford the money?
Well, looking at how Africa is growing now, entrepreneurship is the best way to go. I mean, we are taught entrepreneurship way back in primary, where we are told to start making those small bracelets and see how you can earn money, how you can earn, like you don't have to ask pocket money from a parent. So that is how user-friendly GoldPOS is.
Okay, so what you're trying to tell me, in my understanding, I wake up and I reach out to you guys and bank. It's right there for me. I don't need to study, I don't need nothing.
No, that is how user-friendly we made it.
So
You only find that at Bizaphrike, and we're going to take a short break, and when we get back, we're going to dive into deeper things about this innovation. We'll be right back. Technology and innovations are the driving force in Africa today, helping many to get jobs freely and easily. And today we brought you a company, GoldPOS, which is a beautiful innovation around now in Africa. And if you're missing out, you're handling food and beverage, you should be of the know. You should have the know of what's happening with GoldPOS. But well, we have a great team and we are questioning, is it so easy like you hear it? You just wake up and you have a device to use on GoldPOS. But well, still, it's Davis Namiti, your host today on Innovation Africa at Bizaphrike, where we create a future we want. And we are still with the beautiful team from GoldPOS. So we are trying to understand, is it as easy as you guys are saying? Anyone in Africa, anyone in, let me say, on the other side, the northern side of Uganda, just wakes up, gets a mobile phone or a tablet, and their own sport. Yeah, that access, I need to understand in a quick one.
So the onboarding or to GoldPOS is very easy. Number one, the first thing you need is a tablet. So this is an Android app first that you can download on Play Store. Then after you've downloaded it onto your tablet, you go on GoldPOS, goldpointofsale.com. You sign up. Now, of course, after you sign up, we shall need to first verify whether you, so we first take you through before you actually have access to the system. So we talk to one another, get to know, how big is your business, how many outlets, because this point of sale is a outlet system. So you can have as many as outlets. So we basically charge per outlet. Yeah. So if you have one outlet, it might be cheaper than when you have more outlets. So you can entirely manage your other outlets with just one account. Okay. So after you sign up and we've verified, we just take you through on how to use the system, how to connect the back office to the app, just as that easy. Then on top of that, because we are looking at the tablet, the reason why we are looking at the tablet, because most of these food and beverage kind of system, we're looking at how easy can you be able to serve your customer. Yeah. So in a matter of touch, you don't need a mouse to click here and that, you select your item, put into the cell, and you're able to finish. So the tablet is very easy to use than a mobile phone because of its small screen. Okay. So on top of that, number one, it's affordable. Lately most of these tablets with 500,000 Ugandan shillings, you can be able to have a tablet.
How you say it, 500,000?
Yeah, because we be looking at because leave alone. Okay, if we are to look at systems that do use computers, it's hard to get a good computer at 500,000. A good computer for a business. These are in 1 million Ugandan shillings plus. But with 500,000, that's about like $130. You're able to afford a what? A tablet. So we are looking at a business that makes over like a million, probably 500 Ugandan shillings per day. Now, to someone who makes that amount of money, he can be able to lose even that 500 Ugandan shillings within a day if he doesn't have a system like GoldPost. So why not invest less than, to have a tablet like this and have a system, configured for you. Secondly, you're looking at internet. Lately, the internet, most of these service providers we have in Uganda, the internet is cheap lately. So in a day, you can use less than 50 MBs, while you're transacting all this. So it's really affordable, in terms of data access and the hardware. Then secondly, on top of the tablet, of course, you need a Bluetooth printer, okay? Because yes, the system generates e-receipts. So if you have your customers onto the app, you're able to get, the customers can receive their receipts on their emails. But there are those customers who insist on these papers. So the system is able still to be able to help, the business to generate receipts for their customers. So these receipts, the Bluetooth, it's very easy to connect to the app. So it's a matter of simple click and you're able to get the receipts out of this machine. And these printers are also affordable. So it's you can see how small it is. Yeah? It's very affordable. So you can't be like, hey, there are those printers which are like way high. The price is high. So we try to make GoldPost very easy to like affordable to set up and all that.
Cable free.
To put it in context, actually, if you look at the traditional point of sale systems, the setup includes you getting a big monitor, right? And it has a big cash drawer, right? It has you have to have some kind of big printer as well. So if you compare it with this kind of setup, this one is relatively cheaper because here we've made it so easy for you. Just need a tablet and the smallest printer in the market, and you're good to go.
Now, you bring me to this question. Now, I was going to ask about the money involved. Registration is entirely free, right?
Yeah, registration is entirely free.
Now, if it's entirely free, yes, we believe in innovations that they've come to Africa, and we're transforming the whole scope and landscape of how we are. You're creating jobs. I want to stand for a man who's employed for a restaurant, who's been doing the order taking and all these things. Are you not cutting them off?
Well, to answer that, GoldPost, the reason why we're using tablets is to ease your work. This is not cutting off because we want to do away with paper. That is why we invented the email-based way of receiving a receipt.
But now, if you're making my work easy, how are you not cutting me off? Because I can have a bigger company, bigger restaurant, and I don't need to have 5 employees. I have my GoldPost app on my tab. I can run it.
Yeah, and that's why, as a business owner, you need to think through. Because why should you have 5 employees that you're paying more when you can have a point of sale which can be used by 1? So entirely, yes, we are looking at business owners. Really, we want them to make profits, not to make losses. So that's what GoldPost is all about. Looking at how many users does it need to operate the system, and also looking at the wastage in the kitchen and all that. So entirely the system is able to help you to minimize, like actually not minimize, like reduce, totally remove losses, in the business.
Okay.
But to go back to your question, I don't think it will replace your workers. Like if you have 5, right? What it does is it makes the 5 who are there more efficient. All right.
So the 5 can use the one tablet.
Okay, we have different features. In the point of sale, there is a feature where we track people what time employees start work and what time they leave. That is like they clock in and they clock out.
On this app.
On the app. So that feature can be used by every employee, which means the business owner needs to know what time all of you guys come to work. So they come, they all use the app to clock in, and they go and do their respective jobs, duties. Now, there are some people with the roles, and part of their roles is sales, to make sales. So those are the ones who continue and continuously do what? Use the point of sales. Because now, every sale, you're supposed to complete it. Actually, you can use the word complete it via the point of sale system.
Okay.
And that is recorded, and a report will finally be submitted to your boss. So I think it just makes it more efficient, even to bring in the point of waste management that you have been talking about. So you can still be having 5 people working maybe in the production room in a bakery, right? But now the app is not going to do the baking, all right?
Yeah.
You need those very 5 to do the baking. But now what the app does is we have a module for ingredients, all right, and recipes. So it means the 5 who are doing the production, the 5 who are in the production room, now get to read from the recipe what exactly they need to use, all right? So that when they're making, for example, if they're making a chapati, it means their head chef has stated what exactly they need to use for that. And that makes now it minimize wastage. So instead of you scooping 15 spoonfuls of flour, baking flour, to make one chapati, the chef has already stated there that you need to scoop only 5, right, and stuff like that.
So all these procedures, say for the baking part you're talking about, are scripted in this tablet.
Yes.
And they're all outlined.
Yeah, they're actually scripted in. We have we have the back office, and then we have the tablet. So the other recipes are scripted in the back office, right? So the other people can. Some employees have roles which allow them, permissions which allow them to access the back office.
Okay.
All right. So they can read all that.
Okay. Now, a good one right there. As we break this segment of understanding goalposts, I would want to understand why you guys only chose to target F&B entirely. Other things happening are not wasting a lot. Why, as we finalize, why only this one sector? Because I believe other departments have wastage as well. Why this one specifically? Why F&B, food and beverage?
One of the other things, you see, the system is unique. It's not just point of sale, like just selling and tracking inventory and all that. So we are looking at, we are going through, you sell an item, and your ingredients or your raw materials starts, depleting. The retail kind of point of sale, what you sell, what you stock is what you sell. Unlike the food and beverage, what you sell is not what you stock. You stock you stock tomatoes, onions, and you sell a pizza.
Okay.
You get it? So in other words, it's hard for me to, it's hard for businesses to track what they sell, you know, and also track what they stocked. So the business, this business is, or this kind of business has those unique things that require attention, and there are few, and it requires a system like Gold Post to really go into those details and be able to show the business that, hey, you stocked flour 2 kgs, you know, and you produced 20 chapatis, but at the end of the day, this flour that you bought is supposed to produce maybe 25. What happened? To the 5. So the system is able to tell you that, hey, after you've sold maybe the 20 chapatis, it should tell me that, hey, your ingredients are done. You need to stock, you know?
The one thing I've loved about the Gold Post innovation is it tarries very much with what you have and what you're producing. This is what makes it beautiful. You know, beautiful conversations never get to an end, and I wish we could go back and forth on about it. Now, the last one I need to know is, how do people find you? How do people get to know about you? Basically, on a quick one. Probably the software engineer could enlighten. How do people get you?
All right. So we have a domain, a website. It's actually goldpointofsale.com. So what happens is you visit that page and you're supposed to send us a message, like to ask for a demo, right? Then we shall contact you, and then we kind of share the way he was talking about. We are kind of share, so you go through the registration process, and if we have come into agreement, you will have full access to the system. All right.
There is no better way to break such beautiful conversations, but we have to let it go, and eventually we'll have these people back at Innovision Africa. But it all happens at Bizaphrike, where we create the future we want. I've been Davis Namiti hosting here, and we'll be back again next time. Thank you.